We're talking now.
So that has to have been the most negative episode we've ever done.
Well, frankly, it's the most negative I've felt. I don't remember feeling so embarrassed by the program. I know that has a lot to do with my own memory, and but
pretty sure we felt pretty bad before.
No, but I mean this.
It's
almost like they wrote like we got risen up so that we could be like torn down even further, and like that rush back down was terrible. Was just so bad.
The
BS.
The suck came in so much later that it made the fall that much greater. So
Yeah.
no, I agree. We got ourselves pumped up. I mean, maybe it's our own fault for letting ourselves get so high when we know that this program's always going to disappoint us. But
no, this is weird as shit. We're a better team than we've been playing. This is weird. We've seen the team play way better than this. I just like it's crazy. It's so weird.
So is it the way we play? Like, let's say we beat trash, right? We beat the trash down south. We lose to JMU. We lose to App State. Do you still feel the same way?
I mean, that's what I had predicted at the beginning of the season. So
I feel a little bit better about it, but
it depends on how we lose matters.
The thing is, this loss to Appy State, this blowout loss, topping two other horrible losses, or following up two horrible losses, just makes it so much best start. As soon as we got the best start in school history, we fucked it all up, and we went to shit. Like it just went back to garbage, absolute garbage.
And like I said, with the JMU game, like I at least had in the back of my mind, in the front of my mind, I was like, that's a good team. They're freaking ranked, and they deserve to be ranked. They're playing really well. But
we hung with
obviously
them for
I was a little wrong there.
No, we hung with them for a half. We looked okay.
When I saw Coach like flipping out, I was like, did he react like this against TDS? Because that was a shit game, and like this was. I didn't watch the second half because I was way too drunk. But this game was fine.
Yeah. All I have to say is Georgia State is not fucking great.
We're still great.
We're great.
Yeah,
Georgia
we're still
State.
great.
At least the beer's great.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck with it. For better or worse, I'm stuck with this whole program. They're stuck with me.
Try as they might, they can't get rid of me.
I've been an Atlanta fan for a long time. A little shitty football is not going to kick me out anytime soon.
We know we're going to have a good season here sometime or another.
Exactly.
I mean, we're going to have a good season, but we do also know that our postseason in that good season is not going to go well.
But that's okay. We're losing now to set it up to go well.
I don't know what happens in the next 2 weeks. I have a pretty good idea, but I don't know what happens in the next 2 weeks. I will guarantee a bowl loss.
Wow.
Guarantee.
Ooh, you don't even know who we're playing, dude.
Guarantee.
I'm gonna start calling you Grant.
Air State U.
I mean, so look, Grant might be listening, and that's okay because I called him out on this in our private chat too. One drive, and he said,
"Season's over.
We're losing every other game this season."
But
I shit you not. 3 or 4 days before, he was in our chat saying,
"It's a lock."
App State doesn't even matter. We don't even talk about App State because we're going to win that, and they're just a mediocre team. And then we're going to beat LSU.
He's still calling for a win against LSU.
He's still perfect.
Dude's nuts.
He's still perfect in his predictions. We're good.
He's 6-1.
I know you're listening. You're nuts, bro.
He's 6-1 on the road, so he's going to go to 7-1 on the road. Hey,
look, man, prove me wrong. I would love it, but I don't think I'm wrong.
I want nothing more than to beat LSU and get a time machine and send that team back the past 3 weeks.
It just cracked me up of like.
I love the
App State is so mediocre. We don't even have to worry about that win because we've got it in the bag. One drive, and it was we're losing the rest of the games this season.
I appreciate his optimism because I don't have it. But the reason why I don't have his optimism is because that come down to reality afterwards is so fucking harsh.
So why do you think I couldn't give us App State win? Look, because I fell a lot less far than the rest of y'all.
Oh man, I knew it. I knew we were beating App State this year. Although I will say
we were losing.
that I knew we were beating App State.
Well, I didn't
but
know
when
we were going to lose in such spectacular fucking fashion.
Did not know that. No.
I knew we were beating App State. I knew it. But when I actually started preparing for the episode last week, when we talked to Charles, and I realized that their losses were the two out of conference, and then like Old Dominion, which was just a freak loss because they're oddly good against better opponents or whatever. I was like, wait a minute,
They're not so bad.
they're not losing to like bad teams.
They're not a bad program, dude. They're solid.
They're definitely
Their foundations are solid.
They might be pissed off, right, about their record and how things are going, but they're not bad.
See, but what I was thinking after the interview last week is that maybe we should have started McKelly. Because I mean they just can't play against backup quarterbacks. So it's like, well, if we play our backup quarterback, we're good to go.
Yeah, I texted Charles and the other guy from Black and Gold, Alex.
I texted it. Radio silence.
I texted him. I think I texted after our first touchdown. Yeah, I had to have something, and I was just like,
"Here comes the comeback."
No, I did my tried and true. I was like, just football is dumb.
Yeah, nothing was good about any of that. There was no one thought we were coming back.
Charles was like, what do you mean? This is a great day. And then Alex was like, what are you buying us for Father's Day? I'm like,
oh wow. Yo,
they just grabbed me. They deserve
it. They earned that shit talk. I mean, their team earned that shit talk.
As I stood there with a glass of Maker's Mark in one hand,
Daddy?
And a
whatever you want, Daddy,
a Ponce in another hand, and then my phone in my third hand, I was like, I don't even know. I was like, I was going to reply with an emoji of a necktie, but I thought they would think we were going to tie the game, and so I was just like, I was like, you deserve it.
Were you going with Noose? You were going with Noose?
I will not. Like. No. I was not using Noose. A Noose was not. It was, for the record, Noose was never. No Noose.
Oh, I didn't mean it in any kind of way. Just like
I know you didn't mean it in a way, but I just want to go on record as saying I did not use a Noose, mean a Noose, think about a Noose.
So you meant Daddy, like daddies wear neckties.
Yes,
got
like
it.
A Father's Day gift, your necktie. That's the
okay,
thing.
all right.
Yeah. So
you should have done it.
Is there some kind of
hand?
Is there some kind of like
story was questionable? By the way, I mean
it's not questionable. Is there some kind of like shitty chain restaurant that is at App State?
Applebee's.
Sure. Gift card to Applebee's.
You get them apps at Applebee's at App State.
They've got to have Apple. Like that's like the definition of where Applebee's would be in Boone, North Carolina. Either Applebee's or Chili's. Which, I mean, let's be fair, Chili's is better.
Chili's is definitely actually good.
Yeah,
right.
There's salsa and their chicken crispers.
The chicken crispers, and did we not talk about this last week? I feel like we talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did.
So good.
Yeah.
Because the steak too.
Yeah, you think their steak's
I've never
good?
had the steak. No.
It's a good steak, man. They do it well.
The Chili's up here closed like last 6 months or something.
Yeah, they're not doing so hot. But the chicken crispers, for real, that batter is fire.
Chicken crispers are good.
I could not tell you the last time I was in a Chili's or Applebee's.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, well, Applebee's really is garbage. So
I mean, I don't think it was in the 2000s.
It's got Eagle Creek running through every restaurant.
I think the only reason I've been to Applebee's in the last like 2 decades was because it was the only place at North DeKalb Mall when I worked there. Because there was the theater and the Applebee's, and I would go to the Applebee's sometimes for a beer or two.
That's fine. It's beer.
I think within the past 20 years, somehow, some way, someone has gave me a Chili's gift card, and I went to the bar and I just drank margaritas and then left.
It's not a bad choice.
Again, like you're at a bar.
I like Chili's though, man. I'm down for a Chili's, man. I think it's fine.
I don't know.
The problem with Chili's in Atlanta is the only one is in Toco Hills.
What? Yeah, I was about to say, what's the nearest Chili's? I have no idea where Chili's is.
That's it.
Where the hell is that?
That's Decatur, DeKalb.
Well,
I don't know. I'm trying to picture it in my head.
It's close to Benchwarmers. Just south of Benchwarmers.
Yeah. I guess
and an exit south on 85 from North Druid Hills.
Yeah, North Druid Hills. That's
Yeah.
It's right down the
Northwood
street from like North DeKalb Mall, which I was just talking
Northwood
about.
Northwood Hills and Claremont.
Yeah.
That's our
Over
between
by-
La- between
There's
between
a
La- between
there's
La
an Outback
Vista.
Steakhouse there. There's a
Oh,
Dunkin' Donuts there.
Yeah, it's in there.
So as far as chain restaurants
right.
go, Outback Steakhouse is not one that I would turn down. I mean,
I think they make a good steak too.
it's serviceable. It's a serviceable steak.
I think
works.
and their
works.
fries are delicious, and their the lobster
Bloomin'
tail
Onion.
is cheap.
Oh, get your bloomin'. I prefer the bloomin' onion. Like
Oh,
that's
Bloomin'
bloomin'
Onion.
onion is
All
delicious.
day.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. I think
could
Outback's
devour-
fine too.
Outback. As far as chain restaurants go, I would definitely rank Outback ahead of Chili's though.
I think Longhorn is mostly good as long as you ask for them to not put their shit seasoning all over the steak.
Yeah,
They call it gold
seasoning.
dust. It's fucking
See,
garbage.
the thing about Longhorn, is their big winner is their chicken tenders. Fucking
I
phenomenal.
don't think I've ever had that. I think I always get a rib
Oh,
out.
Outback?
dude. Oh,
Outback?
no. At Longhorns.
Longhorn.
I don't think I've ever
They-
done that.
They have some of the best chicken tenders, whatever you call chicken fingers, whatever they call. They're like I would order that over the steak. They're good. They're
I get
good.
the ribeye and I tell them not to put their garbage seasoning on it. I'm like, just salt and pepper, yo.
I have not
Like I
been.
don't need all this whatever
I don't
the
want-
fuck
I don't
you're
want
putting on
the-
this steak. Like I don't want it.
I don't want the extra.
That said, I've
Just
been to
give me the steak.
Longhorns probably once in the past 20 years.
But it's a great cut. It's a really good cut. Like the quality of meat is really good, and they cook it really. I say well, but I don't mean well done. You know, they cook it really well though. They do a good job.
Properly, they cook it properly.
Yeah, so like it's got all the right things, but then they ruin it with this seasoning that they put all over that's like super salty and like strong and overpowers the flavor of the beef, and it's just like, come on, man. So you
it's
get it
too-
without that, and it's good.
So it's too salty. So you say add salt and pepper.
Just give me the meat, right?
Well, don't put that stuff on it, but add salt and pepper to it. Yeah,
Salt and pepper is all you really need. A little garlic
yeah,
if you're,
that's what
if you're feeling
that's what
spicy,
you really need on a steak is salt and pepper.
and a little garlic if you're feeling spicy.
Some fresh garlic. I was telling you, the Chili's, man, they had this garlic lovers back in the day, and they
if you-
covered it in this like garlic.
if
It was
you wanna
so
do a-
garlicky. It was so fucking
Well,
good.
if you want to top it in a garlic butter, but you don't want to do fresh garlic on the skillet that they do it on because that'll burn
was
the garlic. Yeah.
I think
I
it's
don't know
funny.
what they did, but it was delicious. It was like coated in like a film of garlic, and it was awesome.
I'm looking at like a map of all the Chili's in Georgia. If you took that one Chili's away in North Druid, there'd be like this 20-mile hole.
Oh yeah, it's like the next closest one's like Alpharetta, I think.
Yeah, it's like
So, so I think that's a testament to
food.
Atlanta.
Your
No,
better
to
food.
Atlanta. Because Atlanta, if you think about any other major city, and you go to like their touristy downtown district,
They have
square,
Chili's.
yeah, it's full of just TGI Fridays and crap like that. We don't have that in downtown Atlanta.
We got
don't
rid of
have.
ours.
Yeah, we don't have those. I guess Underground was a place that had that kind of crap.
We
But,
do
like,
have
we don't-
Hooters.
Yeah.
But it's
And
not
with
good.
Hoot-
Well, never.
Hoot-
Hasn't been good.
My favorite thing about Hooters, I like their French fries. They got their
Curly fries. So
Our
good.
French fries are good.
Really good fries they have at Hooters. Really good fries.
Laurie's aunt and uncle came and visited. They literally
That-
stayed in the
that seems
hotel.
very personal. That seems very personal to
No,
them.
they
I don't
stayed
know
in the
why you're
hotel.
talking about it online.
They stayed in the hotel right across the one right on the other side of the stadium. So like
Yeah.
in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we went to like a Ruby Tuesdays like outside the perimeter. Because
What?
they would not try like Atlanta food, like a proper Atlanta place, like because
See,
because
now-
Atlanta doesn't have a lot of that chain stuff, you know.
Mm-mm.
All right. So Ruby Tuesdays, better or worse than Applebee's?
Oh,
Better.
worse.
Ruby Tuesdays is worse than Applebee's.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've ever left a Ruby Tuesdays and not like shit liquid for at least once.
Oh, come on. You can do the same thing at Varsity though.
Well,
You can.
no, varsity is great when you have a hangover. You just put the whole wad of
Push
French
this
fries
all
in your
out of
mouth,
here.
like the whole wad. Like instead of peeling it off, like each French fry out of the grease pit that it is, you just put the whole wad in your mouth.
Whenever you have to peel French fries apart from one another, and there's that slime that comes with the oil just like leaks out between the two. Yeah, varsity.
Well, I
Oh,
would say
my
Ruby
stomach hurts
Tuesdays
right
must be terrible because there's only 3 in Atlanta versus Applebee's.
Well,
There's a shit
it's been
ton.
again forever since I've been to Ruby Tuesdays, but I do remember they had that honey butter with their bread.
Ooh, honey butter. Sounds
That
good.
honey
No,
butter
that's Ryan's Steakhouse, buddy. That's
I
Ryan's.
just- that- you got a steakhouse. I've got a bridal shop. What the fuck you got them?
Who wins this round? No, I have a Golden
I
Corral.
have a
restaurant,
sandwich
dude.
shop.
Ryan's Steakhouse was not a steakhouse. It was a buffet, bro.
I sell overpriced dresses to women that have high aspirations of the rest of their life. That's going to turn into divorce.
Yikes.
Yeah, what do you got?
I also
Sam?
got Rooms
I
to
got
Go, RTG.
I got a brunch bar in Midtown. TJ's Brunch Bar. I think so.
Is there?
Called? Yeah.
You're not TJ.
Are you a J?
Well, yeah. James. Yeah.
Say
Oh,
he's TJ.
I did not know this.
I never heard of TJ's.
Ooh, that was my name for 18 years.
TJ, you were TJ? Oh,
Can you be
can
TJ again?
we bring
can.
it back? Can we
Sure.
bring it back?
I respond to it. Like if people that I went to high school with see me, they say TJ. I respond. I'm like, I look. It just got tired of you go to every single class. You'd be like, what name you want to use?
Tej.
Tim. Instead of TJ. What?
Timothy.
yeah.
I'll
Timothy,
go ahead and go
excuse me, I'm Timothy.
I would never go
please.
by that.
No, I get asked all the time, like, if it's David or Dave, and I'm like, I answer to so much
Or
worse than
Big
either one of those
D.
two. I've never been called that.
So my
That's
boss's name
a
is
true
Dave.
story.
And because of you, David, I know it's because of you. I have now multiple times in meetings with like everybody called him David, and no
Oh.
one does it, and it's like instantly just weird. And I'm just like, oh god, I'm so sorry, Dave.
I worked with a guy that like his resume said Robert, so we hired Robert, and
Yeah.
he and I became decently
Chummy.
decently good enough friends that we would hang out outside of work, like happy hour type stuff. But then he was big into running, and he did the first I did the first beer mile I ever did with him and his running club. And so I meet up with them and I'm talking about Robert, like, oh yeah, that's right. Work calls him Robert. Everyone calls him Rob. I'm like, I had no idea. His resume said Robert, so we call him Robert. Like,
And he never corrected.
But apparently everyone in his social circle all calls him Rob. And I tried, and it felt weird. So he's
You were
Robert still.
you were never in his social circle, is what that means.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We still work together. He's still Robert.
You're like, I'm never calling you Rob.
It felt
Motherfucker.
weird. I couldn't do it. My sister tried to change her name, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that fucking shit either.
I
Well, she should
think
have
I might have mentioned this before. We have someone at work. His name's John, and he says, "Call me Jay," and so people call him Jay, but he really means just the letter J.
like
So, like,
Homer Jason.
Homer J.
Like Homer-
Simpson, yeah.
Homer J. Simpson. Yeah, exactly.
And it never. It's like there's no one can do it. Like it's always John or Jay. No one puts just the letter J. It confuses the shit out of the customer.
I think you've got a finite amount of time that you can change the name you go by, unless you do a massive like life change. Like
Email.
you move to a new city and like you're not around anybody
Trans.
anymore. Well, yeah, but
Well, that's massive.
even then, that's
It's a big
you know,
change.
it is a big change. But I think, but if you're just like if I all of a sudden decided I want to go by Dave, like that would be like. If I started correcting people, no, it's Dave.
You're offending
y'all-
me now.
Y'all would be like, fuck off.
Fuck off, Dave.
Well, so like I was laughing about calling my boss David, but I do think I've called you Dave now too, because I call him because he's Dave, and I think I've multiple times called you because like I don't know what to do. All right, I'm confused.
I always introduce myself as David. My father's family calls me Dave.
Really?
So yeah, my
we
dad.
have-
Really, my dad calls me Dave. Yeah, but everybody else that called me Dave has all died now. It's my grandfather, my grandmother, and shit like that. So
When is the
Morbid.
first Saturday tailgate for basketball? Just to get us right back on track, because
Too far
we're off
away.
the fucking rails.
it's a minute. It's a minute from now. It's because this is always
So it's
a
gonna be
weird
cold.
time.
It's gonna be real cold.
Because
Yes.
this is a weird time because it starts up right before final exams, and there's the holidays. So let's see. We have Wednesdays. Oh, Saturday. Actually, not that far. Oh no, it's away. Home. December 30th, Arkansas State. It's the start
Easy.
of the conference schedule. December 30th.
December 30th.
Yep.
Right? It's like what the.
And also let's not. I made fun of the Friday 2 p.m. game this week. Let's not sleep on December 19th, a Tuesday at 11 a.m.
I know.
But not at home, somewhere else.
Those
No,
fuckers.
no, it's here.
No, it's home. Tuesday.
Home against a non-Division I opponent, Toccoa Falls. 11 a.m. on a Tuesday.
I think
They're
that's
like, fuck it, no one's showing up anyway. Who cares?
Wait, are kids even in school?
Some.
I feel like it's the kids' game where they have
Somebody
like.
once told me the world is gonna roll.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Isn't it the game where they have like elementary or middle school or something? Students come in or something like that.
No,
What day? What day? December 12th?
19th. No, yeah, kids are out of school already.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my kids
I have no clue.
I'll be there. I'll be there with at least one of my kids. And
Oh,
Tim,
I'll
if you're
have
not
company party.
I'll be working from there.
at 11 a.m. You have a company party.
Denver will be in town too.
Hey Tim, I'll take you. I'll take one of your tickets so I can bring the other kid with me too.
Perfect.
There
Hey, we're
you
gonna go to Kennesaw.
Yeah, on
We could tailgate in the parking lot up there.
Or I guarantee there's a fucking Chili's or Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays or some shit up there we can go to.
Ooh, we can tailgate there.
Can we do a pub crawl of all the shitty chain restaurants in Kennesaw? We can go from Ruby
Start at 11.
Tuesdays.
One drink only though. Come on, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, but they have those big like goblets of like their whatever their commercially branded margarita drink is gonna be called.
Oh, that's like the $2 margaritas or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw something about that.
With a $1 shooter on the side, $1 sidecar or $2 sidecar.
What are we
something
talking
like
about?
that.
What are you actually drinking at that point?
We want to do a pub for the Kennesaw State game on a Saturday. We want to do a pub crawl of all the chain restaurants.
No, I'm just gonna hang out at Mellow Mushroom.
Well, the game's at 1:00, so most of those places aren't open until like 12, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I can get my little brother that goes to that school to show up to a game.
Oh, there's a Mellow Mushroom right by it. Got it.
December 2nd. Why not? Why can't we do that?
We can. We should. We shall.
We shall.
Yeah, my there's nothing on my family calendar.
Put it on there now. Do it. Do it.
Oh no, I have the entire basketball schedule on the family calendar. Like that's already on there.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. We could go to Texas Roadhouse. It's close by. The B-dubs up there.
I like Buffalo Wild
Do you know
Wings.
I was in Texas and I saw a Texas Roadhouse and I was like, "This is here? This is the thing that y'all do too?" Because I don't.
I found the Applebee's.
You know, Texas Longhorns actually is an Atlanta restaurant, right?
Is it?
Longhorns.
Texas Longhorns is Longhorns. Longhorns is an Atlanta-based restaurant.
I think I did know that.
Made famous during the Olympics when people came here, and they really liked Longhorns, and that's how they got their franchise or their outside of Georgia franchising and shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you Olympics for sending money away. I don't know how that works.
Well, Olympics here were largely privately sponsored. And that's like a big reason why a bunch of like headquarters came here and a bunch of like sponsors came here and all that stuff, because like Atlanta just made it really nice. So it was like one of the only Olympics that wasn't like super government sponsored.
You would know that. That is definitely something in your wheelhouse that you would know.
It's awesome.
Well, no, I don't disagree.
It's neat. And it's one of the reasons Atlanta is like what it is today, because they did a good job with that.
Oh yeah.
I think Atlanta's great. I love Atlanta. So
I'm a huge fan of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't want to live anywhere other than the South, but there's nowhere in the South I want to live other than Atlanta. So I could see me living somewhere else. Don't wanna, but this is home.
I've always seen myself living somewhere else, but also like coming back home.
I was talking about this with my mother-in-law. Was in town this weekend, and I was like, I've thought about like Texas or Florida just because of the zero income tax, and Kim was like, well, what about Tennessee, which has no income tax, and I'm from there and have family there? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go to Tennessee.
Well, and you don't want to do Western Tennessee either. Like Chattanooga or Nashville would be cool, but
It would probably be
Nashville
outside.
cool.
It'd be outside of Nashville if
Yeah,
we
I
were
mean,
moving
that would be
it'd
cool.
outside of Nashville. Yeah, but that's still not even contention. Like for me, like we're closer to moving to New York than we are to moving to Tennessee, and we're not moving to New York.
You could go to Middle Tennessee, get a second degree, and become a fan of their program and watch
Murfreesboro.
two different teams
Murfreesboro.
that suck. Yeah.
What are they? Are they? They're like the Bulldogs or some crap like that, aren't they?
Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee.
They're like horses or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I've taken them to the national championship in an NCAA game.
Really?
Why were you playing Middle Tennessee?
Because I picked the worst team in the game.
Trash Down South wasn't
I thought
in
there's
it
some
yet.
kind of horse.
No. I mean, it was like FCS Southeast Dragons was like the only. That's what they did for FCS teams.
No, there's some weird name, aren't they?
I don't know. I thought they were a horse.
They're what?
See.
They're not called the horses, but they're
the Blue Raiders. They're the Blue Raiders.
There you go.
What a fucking stupid ass name.
Whatever. I like Middle Tennessee because I took them to the national championships multiple times.
Would you rather have like a boring ass mascot like the Panthers or have some like fucked up stupid name like Blue Raiders?
I like the fucked
Panthers.
up stupid ones. I want like the there's like some snails somewhere, I think, and there's like
like the never ending story, the racing snails.
Maybe.
Are you just talking about like minor league baseball teams now?
What was San Jose State? They were something weird.
Like the Sun Devils or something, right?
I thought they were something like really weird, like frogs or something.
I don't know.
Like I don't like TCU, but I think Horned Frogs is cool.
San Jose State are the Spartans.
Hypnotoad, I love that.
Yeah, that's not cool. Never mind. I was wrong about San Jose.
We are Sparta.
But I think something weird and unique would be cool. But honest to God, Panthers are weirdly unique as compared to other teams.
Is it Texas Christian? They're the Horned Frogs.
They're the Horned Frogs. Yeah. And nobody calls them Texas Christian, but
the Hypnotoads.
TCU. Sorry. Yeah. Hypnotoads.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck them. But the Horned Frogs are. I mean, that's a cool mascot. I think.
Yeah, being the Horny Toads.
Yeah.
No, I would get on board with something. I would like that better than Blue Raiders.
Yeah.
What I'm finding out is Michelob Ultras do not get you anywhere near drunk as like other shit beer do.
Yeah,
it's really just water. They're
guys. They're one of our sponsors.
It's false. It's false advertising, but
no, that's my advertisement. Don't get fucked up on Michelob Ultra.
Come drink a bunch of Michelob Ultra. You won't get drunk. It'll be great.
And then you can drive a car.
Well, drink a bunch of Michelob Ultra and also take shots and drink these nice canned cocktails and stuff.
We need to get Miller Lite as a sponsor. It's 1 calorie more than the Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, I've seen the commercials too.
Yeah, that's all I got from it. PBR, I don't know.
They're already our colors. I mean, there's no black on this can.
All right, Ryan, you work on getting them to be a sponsor. We'll start drinking it.
I feel like I already made this deal that I would do that and have not done it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a big.
I feel like I did this already.
Give them a really good reason to sponsor us. We use the same colors. We love America. Sponsor.
I'm basically keeping you in business.
the Atlanta market for sure.
Single-handedly.
The Summerhill Publix sells out of PBR weekly because of Ryan.
It is basically so I buy PBR there and pub subs, and that's about it.
I'll believe Ryan when he actually can convince Publix to do 30 packs instead of the suitcases.
Ooh,
it's good.
If they're only going to sell him suitcases, then and they're not willing to step it up to give him 6 extra cans for the price of 30 cents.
It's still the same price per can, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll
Are we? We're
We're
like
at
we're
time.
petering out a little bit.
All right, we can peter out.
Bye, Peter.
See you, Paul.
Thanks, Ryan, for listening. We'll talk to you next week after this absolute domination over the LSU Purple Tigers.
Book it.
Say goodbye. Book it. Grant's going 7-1. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.